you can see that we are enabling it, and you can see here we have the dark mode, and once we are changing it, it's come back to the light mode. Hey everyone, welcome to the 14th day of JS in 30 days series, and in this video we will learn how we can add the dark or light mode to our web application. If you haven't watched the previous videos of this JS in 30 days series, please go and watch them. And now let's go to the code. So this is how our to-do JavaScript app is looking right now. We have this quotations, and we can click on this create new code, and it will generate a new code. Here we can add the task, and these are some of the tasks that I had earlier, and we can also mark these. So we need to add the toggle, and to have the dark or light mode, I want that toggle switch to be here, somewhere here, like in the top right most. We will add this switch. We can just simply take the HTML and CSS of it. We can write toggle switch. Okay, I need to add HTML and CSS, and we can have this. I want the rounded one, so I will take this label. And what I'll do, I have this if I go to the code, I have this to do JavaScript heading. So instead of this heading alone, I will create a div, and I will give it a class of header wrapper. And inside this header wrapper, I will make it a display of flex, but here I'll add, okay, I will add one div, and then inside it I will add this label, and I will also move this to do JavaScript inside this header wrapper. And now I'll take this header wrapper class, and I will add some styling to it. I will make it a display of flex, align item center, and then we'll use justify content space between, because I want the spacing to be between. So there will be space between, and the number of elements will be in the either in the since we have two elements, so this will be shifted to the left and this will be to the right. And to this label I will also add one title, so that when we hover on it, we will get to see this toggle mode. And to this input, this is an input, and we will also give it an ID of, let's say, mode. And now, okay, so now how will this look? This will look like really nothing right now. It's just a normal input, but we want it to look like a toggle switch. So in order to make it a toggle switch, we will add some styling. So it's just a styling that this switch class, we are giving it some position, and this input, we actually hide this input, and based on the click on that input, we create like this slider and we give it some styling. So it's not very complex. I assume that you know this much of CSS. If like you need a proper video on this, then you can also let me know. So I will just take this CSS of the switch, and I will add it here. Yes, so now let's see again. Yeah, now it's looking like a switch, though we still need to change the color of this. I will use the aquamarine that we have been using till now. So this one, and we'll also use in this one. Okay, now if I change it, yes, that's looking great. Now let's go to the JavaScript, and since I want this change to be happen on the base of changes on our input, so I will target that document dot get element by ID, and the ID I gave it was mode. So now I will add here that mode dot add event listener, because I want it to listen to a particular event, and that event is a change, because either I'll be toggling it on or off. So here I will refine the callback function, and I will also use E here. So E is the event. So E dot target dot checked. So like we will see, like if it is true, so we can wrap it up in if. So if E dot target dot checked, we will use this, and again we will use else. So if it is checked, this E event have this target, and this, since it's an input, so if it is checked, then we want this code to happen, otherwise this one. And now let's go to how the dark version of it will show, because this is just the light version. Now I want to see the dark version. So for having the dark version, what you will need to do is that so now we need to add the styling when we want the dark mode. So what I'll do, I will have it based on the class. So if the body has this dark mode, then I want this thing to happen. And what I'll do, I will just make the background color as black and the color like which stands for all the font that is there as white. And like this will only happen when the body has this dark mode class. So let's add this, and now we can check on the browser. I'll refresh, and yeah, we can see that this is how it's looking. But this task is also like coming in white, so we can particularly change it. This usually happens when the text area, like we define its style specifically. So again, I change it. Now we can see, okay, now it's looking fine to me. And you may have the different elements in your web page. So you need to specify for each, like in the dark mode, what is the preferred color code you want to have. And now if I use this, there is nothing happening because we haven't add any logic to it, because right now we were just seeing. Now, instead of using this as a class, you can also use one other way, that is like you can define this selector of data theme, and you can define here as dark. And similarly, you can use the same inside this body data dark, and here instead of using this, you can write this and text area. So since we are using the same property, we can actually keep it in the same also. So I'll just add this here, and we don't need this anymore. Okay, and now here we were using class, but we can simply write data theme, and dark mode will be just mode. And now if I check again on the browser, you can see still the same, no change. So both ways we can use. And now like there is nothing happening on the toggling of the switch. So let's go to the logic. Here we were adding it. This is the main logic. And now I need to target, I need to check that input. So it's checked. So when it's checked, what we want to do is that document, we want to target that body. Document dot get element by tag name, and the tag is body. And without even using this get elements by tag name, we can simply use this document.body also. Document.body set attribute, and then we can define the attribute that was data theme, and we need to write what we want as a value of that attribute. And again, if this is if it's unchecked, because here we are using that it is checked, so if it's unchecked, then we want to remove this, remove attribute, and we want to remove this data theme attribute. Let's check it. So yeah, this is it. You can see that we are enabling it, and you can see here we have the dark mode, and once we are changing it, it's come back to the light mode. So this is pretty much it for this video. We learned very easily how we can implement this light and dark toggling, which you might have seen on many websites, and you may not know how to you can add it, but it was this easy to add it. So this is pretty much for this video. If you haven't watched the other videos, please go and watch them also, and we will meet next time with another topic of this JS in 30 days series. Thank you for your love and support, and thank you for watching it.